All right, guys. I just took out my time to do a video on Luna and maybe give my own view on what happened. So far, so good. You can see currently the position where Luna is trading very low. For those of you that don't know what uh, the fundamentals or the technicals that is being involved in the Terraform lab. The Terraform lab was actually created by the Kwon. He's the CEO. He's the big guy there. But one thing there is that the CEO over time had got himself a lot of enemies through trolling people and people trolling him back and so on and so forth. As in, but I don't want to see that. I don't want to look at that. Even there are news that Terra Lab was Terra Luna fell because some thing that associated them with Gemini, but I don't want to really look at that, but let's see what happened. Technically, you can see the screen, how the market went. It's obvious for every technical trader that the market spiral. You can see it is something like head and shoulder. For those people doing technical trades, you can see that we have head and shoulder around this region, shoulder, the neck, the lower neck around this region. So we have shoulder around this region, and we have the head. So it's normal with this that after the shoulder being broken or the neck being broken, we'll have a downpour, right? So that's one. But the concept there with this Terraform lab is that okay, they're trying to bring something called the algo stable coin, right? So this coin is supposed to be stabilized based on the algorithm of the smart contract being developed, as in it's not supposed to be interfered by any other thing but the smart contracts. So how do they achieve this? They achieve this by incentivizing the traders, like the arbitrage traders. So what does this mean? How does it involve arbitrage? The arbitrage guys. This will happen now. The UST is supposed to be pegged at $1, one UST to $1, but the algorithm come here like this. This is how the algorithm work. They have a swap protocol whereby for every time you need 1 Terra, all you need to do is to burn 1 Luna. You can see where Luna comes in. Luna is here to help stabilize this Terra UST. So if you want 1 Luna, you burn 1 UST. That's the idea. So when you go to the open market, like the normal open market, you buy a UST and you put in the swap protocol. The swap protocol will burn that UST and produce you the Luna coin. So whenever you see the UST gaining in value, going up, let's say it goes up to 1.05, that means it's gaining in value. They want to stabilize it. So once it's gaining in value in the open exchange out there, normally the arbitrage guys will see an opportunity to make money. What they will try to go and buy the Luna coin and put in the swap protocol, and they will give them 1 UST, right? So 1 UST will be what, $1. All they need to do is to take it to the exchange and exchange it at 105. That's an opportunity, right? And the same vein, whenever the UST is falling in value, that means okay, we need to burn some of the UST so that it will appreciate in value. Falling in value means the value of the coin is falling because maybe due to inflation. When the quantity is too much in circulation, what happens? The value will fall. So what we do is to burn some of them. So we go to the open market and we burn the UST, and Luna will be given to us. So we use Luna and go to the open market and we sell to have what, profit. So all those, nice. All those things are given to us for us to balance and help to checkmate the algorithm. So the algorithm will come out at the plain level, and UST will maintain its value at a 1:1 ratio as pegged to the dollar, so it won't shift away from $1 to and go up or down. The arbitrage guys are always there working on it and make sure it maintains its value. Okay, further ahead, the Terraform also have a protocol called the Anchor. The Anchor is a protocol whereby the Terra use to generate their revenue. This protocol, you borrow them money, you borrow money and you lend them money. And one good thing about them is that when you lend them money, they give you like 20% APY per year. That incentive alone is very high. It's the highest around town. So nobody is having such. So what happens is that people will always want to go there and put their money because they know that it's a stable protocol, and they can never lose their money because of the stable coin and the stability of the system, right? So that's cool. That's nice. And another thing is that they have a big time reserve in thousands of dollars, of Bitcoin, which are being stored in their reserve. So if there's anything that happened to the protocol, they can actually put their hands inside the reserve and bring out money and pay or buy and pay people that maybe did not get the APY at the end of the time. So on the other hand, within the protocol of the Anchor, people can borrow through coins from the Anchor protocol so that they can bring back profit. And one good thing about the Anchor protocol is that when you borrow, they give you the incentivize you for borrowing and give you the ANC, the Anchor token for borrowing, like that. So the concept of the Terra is a very rigid concept and it's very powerful one. We don't see any place there's a loop that is having a loophole that such things can happen. But one thing I understand is that over time, if you see technically, you can see how the thing broke down head and shoulder and came down, falling real fast. But it's not all about head and shoulders. Everything comes and rise and fall on what's technical, but everything is predetermined by the fundamentals. So the fundamentals are also generate value and generate strength that can move the market one direction or the other. Let's see it fundamentally. Now, it's true that inflation can stabilize or break down any kind of coin, and reducing the quantity and supply can also do the same, and checkmating inflation by doing one or two regulation or adjustment in your system to bring out the best in a coin. But one thing we forget to note is that even the investors or people buying such things have a big sentiment, and this sentiment can affect any coin. So what do I mean? When a coin is having people that are sentimental within the circle, they tend to panic at times. So now, what we understood was that UST lost its value to go below $1, and what should happen is that people should buy more UST, burn the UST, and get Luna and go and exchange it and make profit, right? But what happened there is that the money that the UST that is being burned, when you get to the exchange, what happened was that people panic sold. So the people that have the UST that had lost value observed that, hey, there's a big problem happening. The UST has fallen much more beyond its range. So there's a range which is comfortable for everyone. But when that range has been broken, they got uncomfortable and they begin to panic sell their UST. And meanwhile, UST is being burned and Luna being produced. Nobody is buying the Luna. What happened? A sharp crash. That's just exactly what happened. A sharp crash. So more Luna are being produced, and we see Luna being produced in trillions, right? Going up from I think is it 3 point something billion Luna in circulation, going high and high and high. That's just the logical explanation. If there will have more and more people buying the Luna at that time, they'll be consummating the Luna, and lesser people are selling the UST. It will stabilize quickly. But this is not what happened. More people are coming to sell the UST, and more people are not buying the Luna, and so many issues start happening to the protocol. So we saw this chart like this. So what should be a solution? Meanwhile, what we are hearing right now is not a good news. The firm itself, as in the law firm, the Terra Labs legal team are quitting the protocol. That's what we're hearing. And the next thing is the Terra community are rejecting what the Terraform Lab is giving them. So the Terraform Lab are bringing a solution to the Terra community. The solution is that they want to chain of the the Terra chain, Terra Luna chain, to produce another new Luna. Meanwhile, those people in the old chain will be called Luna Classic, while the people in the new chain will be called the Luna. Meanwhile, they want to do away with the stable coin and go ahead. They want to do a lot of things differently this time around. Meanwhile, they say that they will be sharing some Luna coin to the UST to the community, those people holding the Luna pre and post, they'll be sharing them some coin, and even those people holding the UST. So this proposal, I see that it's a good proposal, but there's one thing: if you are an investor from the beginning, that you've invested in UST in trillions, in millions of dollars, and everything came crashing down, and I think it's really unfair for you to get another new coin just in the name of holding on for 5-6 years, because that's the vesting and the vesting cliff that they propose, that you hold for maybe 6 years, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years before you can get your profit or before you can sell. I know they are doing it innocently for you to be able to get an appreciable value around, as in for you to use. Because what I observe is that is it a billion? I think a billion new Luna will be formed, and has tendency to go up very high, 100 against the Luna that was at 3 billion and went as high as $119. So I'm seeing that this one can go a little bit higher, and I trust that this one can move higher. But I feel to be fair, really to be fair to some people, they really need a good apology, and they really need a lot of compensation. I won't blame them, because everybody wants his money now. It's not easy for you to lose money. You really want to take revenge immediately, but revenge is not the thing. I really want to tell them that, okay, even though if it's they should go buy back their Luna, and there will be gradual burn and of the Luna itself. If there's gradual burning of the Luna, what will happen? The value will go up, and still they will fork the chain, so that they will also have new Luna within the space. I trust that this solution will work, but currently we're hearing that the Terra community are rejecting the fork, and also the legal team are quitting. And also because of this, as the G7 are discussing cryptocurrency regulation within the world, and we're having a law firm is suing Dokon because of this. And Dokon is saying that he has nothing to do with this. He didn't make profit. He didn't have anything to do with it. So they should understand with him this purely investment. And so many things can go wrong. But I feel their pain. This one of those things, this one of those things you pick and you continue. But one thing I like is that he's still with the team, and he's still answering their calls, he's still talking. But I would like him to get so many partners that will come and help him. Him alone cannot do everything. I think the head of Binance and the rest are coming up, and they're showing their concern and the rest. But I know that he will do something good within the future, and I trust Luna and the Terra Form Lab that will come back and do something very good and very attractive at the end of the day. So anything, just tell me if you have any question or anything, okay, any contribution. You can put it down. And thank you very much.